We all hate supports. They waste filament, ruin surface finishes, and turn simple prints into cleanup nightmares. But recently, a new slicer feature called Wave Overhangs, also previously known as Arc Overhangs, started showing up on the internet again, claiming it could print geometry directly into thin air. So naturally, after my viewer commented on my last video about it, I had to test it. Normally, bridging works by dragging straight lines from one point to the other. If this gap gets too large, gravity wins and the print begins to sag. Otherwise, if there's some geometry between the two anchor points, the slicer will get confused and most of the time try to first print the geometry in mid-air, creating an absolute mess of a spaghetti monster. Using Wave Overhangs is simple. You just download the fork of Orca Slicer and you enable the experimental Wave Overhang feature. Overall, I found this to work with all my models, but in varying degrees. Some better, some worse. Let's quickly take a look at it. I began with some odd geometry torture testing. Printing just straight out into mid-air and test worked quite well. The only issue is that when the printer ends its line, it starts retracting and sometimes you can see the edge curl up because of that. In my continued testing, I tried different things like larger overhangs, impossible objects, and even some slopes. My findings here are that flat objects work surprisingly well, but there's a limit to how far the overhangs can go out. For slopes specifically, Wave Overhangs do absolutely nothing. Overall, my initial tests really surprised me, but since I was testing them on an A1 Mini, I started getting a little bit annoyed at exporting the file because I couldn't just send it to my printer on Orca Slicer. At this point, I switched all my testing over to the Snapmaker U1, and in my experience, the Wave Overhang features worked quite a bit better with it. I ended up creating a variety of different test models to check what its strengths and what its weaknesses are, and once I started specifically designing for the strengths of Wave Overhangs, things got quite interesting. I made this interlocking sliding rail that has a plate in the center, two plates on the outside that are joined together by a peg. This allows me to spin it, and this was all printed in one piece. A geometry that would usually be pretty much impossible. I also experimented with some plates that are interlocking like this. At this point, I got a little bit bored of torture testing geometries, so I decided to start with a little project. Let me introduce you to my parents' fridge. This thing has been broken for many years, and every time I look at it, I think I could easily 3D print these door handles. So recently I took the fridge door handles apart, looked at them, and found out that they're completely over-engineered. Well, to my delight, I was able to do some testing for this Wave Overhang projects because some of these parts required me to print straight out into the air. So I started with some little parts, and overall I found, despite looking relatively good and quite clean, the tolerances were quite out of whack. So something that would usually require a 0.3mm tolerance would require at least a 0.5, if not much more tolerance. And that's really my real takeaway here. These Wave Overhangs are sadly not magic yet. But they're really cool to see, and in practice I got some objects to print very nicely, and I actually think there is a use for these Wave Overhangs in some scenarios. Especially if you're trying to create internal geometries that would usually require supports. But most of the time I will still rely on supports when necessary, and otherwise I'll try to design my parts for just not requiring supports by making all of the pieces that are supposed to print straight out with a slope of maximum 45 degrees. So if you want to test Wave Overhangs for yourself, I left the link to the Orca Slicer fork in the description below. And if you have tested Wave Overhangs already, maybe let me know in the comments below how you liked them. And otherwise, if you want to support my channel, I left some of my affiliate links down in the description. Thank you for watching and have a nice day. Bye!